to ensure water quality and safety. Director Sneeden.
Good afternoon, Mayor,
Good afternoon.
Commissioners. So this time of year, there are two givens. First a day school picks and our annual flushing program. They don't have anything in common.
Are you sure?
Ask the girls who are doing their hair on that day.
Well, yes.
There you go. That's good.
Well, and I remember when I was growing up in Ottawa and they were doing the flushing program, we weren't in school yet.
Yeah.
We would, because we started later.
That's true.
We would go out and play
Right.
as
I'm
the
just
city
giving
was
you a hard
going
time,
along.
you know that.
So on Facebook recently, we put out our flyer that's letting folks know that, hey, this is coming in the next couple weeks. What it is it's a maintenance program. Just wrapping it up and giving you in a sweet summary. It helps the water mains remove the sediment and the possible bacteria that's in it that we have to get out every single year. It helps chlorine residuals throughout the entire distribution system and our rural water districts that we serve, which we serve 3 rural water districts and the city of Princeton. It takes approximately about, I would say, a good month and a half to get through the entire system. That includes 650 fire hydrants that our distribution crew touches each year. They look for anything that may be malfunctioned with the fire hydrants, flow issues, whether there's color in the fire hydrants that last longer than normal, which then creates a work order type structure following. It improves water quality, increased hydraulic efficiency. It shows us in town where we have flow issues, flow concerns. Just recently we had one that wasn't flowing properly. We decided to put that on our hit list for line replacement. This type of program is needed and is utilized in a lot of different communities around Kansas. The disinfection portion of it, we combine our flushing program with going free. And we call going free by meaning we're taking the ammonia out of the water. We are using a stronger disinfectant. During the warmer months, the stronger disinfectant is needed to help get rid of those tiny bacteria that may be lost or not captured by the combined chlorine. Also, if you've ever cut into a water line, you'll notice that there is maybe a type of film in that water line. That's a biofilm. And what the free chlorine does is it removes and strips that biofilm. Maintaining regulatory compliance. We have to provide a certain residual to all of our customers, even our rural water districts. So at the far ends of our distribution system, we have to maintain a residual. When that doesn't happen, we need to flush. Some of the things we'll notice during this flushing period are the odor of chlorine. And what that is it's actually doing its job. The more you smell chlorine, the more that it is reacting with whatever is in the water, which if you don't smell anything, that means all of that bacteria and stuff has been relinquished and taken care of. It's like when you're in a swimming pool, you smell that chlorine smell. That's because there's 100 kids in the water that may have tracked in dirt with them or, those types of things. So when you smell it, people think you need to turn it down, but it's actually the opposite. We may need to turn it up a little bit. And we have regulatory limits that we have to meet. We can't go over a specific amount of residual within our distribution system so that it's safe. Implementation plan. This past Monday, we turned the ammonia off. We let all of our customers know that we were doing this because they have state samples to collect as well. So early August is planning and preparation. We've got our distribution folks ready to go. So once we get that higher residual, when the plant is completely turned over, we will start draining the water towers. And then after that, we will start flushing our lines. That takes place for approximately 3 months. So August, the rest of August, September, and some of October. Through that time, people may notice cloudy water, different colored water, again, the smell of chlorine. And all I ask is that if they do smell chlorine, put a water, open top pitcher in the fridge and let that chlorine off gas. Because what it's doing is it's still safe to drink, but it's just reacting with those items in the water, the bacteria or whatever that is normally found in there. And also, best practice is to open that cold water after the flushing crew has come through your neighborhood. Open that cold water on your bathtub and run it for approximately 5 minutes. That should free your entire line in your home of any sediment that may have come out from the flushing progress. Monitoring adjustments throughout the program. We will let everyone know what and if there is issues with any of the fire hydrants or any of the lines. And then post-flushing evaluation, staff will get together and go over the results of any issues that we found and remedy those, or come up with a plan to remedy those. Funding for the program is just water distribution, wastewater collection fund, and the water production fund. And this is a traditional flushing program that is utilized throughout the United States. So with that, I will take questions.
Okay. Anybody have any questions?
Do you know, and you may not have a specific number, thinking about fire hydrants, what does opening them annually and ensuring not just the flow in terms of water line, but for the valves within those hydrants do for the longevity of those units as well?
It helps us investigate potential problems. So like when we're opening the top nut on that bonnet, it'll tell us, okay, something's wrong with this. Either something's broke down below or we need to oil it. It allows the firefighters, when they show up on scene, that they don't have to worry about that top operating nut and that everything is going to go smoothly for them. If they were to pull up to a fire hydrant and it hasn't been exercised in years, it may not open, or they may break something in the meantime. So that investigative tool of opening the fire hydrant, making sure everything is lubed up and good to open and close, is definitely needed.
Thank you. Yeah, I just think it's important to note that, you know, this kind of ongoing maintenance applies to a lot of things as well, and opening those is very beneficial so we don't run into an issue like you said, midnight when someone's trying to fight a fire and that hydrant hasn't been opened in 4 or 5 years. Yeah, and they break something or something doesn't work at that point. So
well, and with us checking every single fire hydrant every year, it helps out on the ISO rating for the fire department. So it's not just a benefit to us, it's a benefit to our community with their insurance rates with that ISO rating.
Very good. Any other questions? Well, Assistant Director Sneathen,